What's up, everybody? It's Jay with another Minnesota Minute fishing update. So, it's Thursday, June 1st. Got out fishing last night. Guess what? The jig bite is fantastic. Get out there and enjoy it. It's the easiest, oldest trick in the book. Anybody can do it, and anybody can have a blast doing it. Take the wife, take the kids, whoever. Just get out there and do it. So, last night, fishing was fantastic. Even better, catching them on these bad boys. 3/8 ounce Venom jigs. These things, you can buy them online, you can buy them in the stores. I haven't really found any stores that aren't carrying these stuff because they're no longer a secret. They should be, but they're not. They flat out catch fish. Now, the paint is extremely durable. I don't know what they dip these things in, but the paint is extremely durable. The hooks are extremely sharp, and you just don't lose fish. You get a super awesome hook set with those things. So, with that being said, I rocked those last night, and we put over 20 fish topside. Now, we went to the same lake that we had fished this last weekend over Memorial Day, and we went to the same exact piece of structure. Got there, fish weren't really in that 3 to 5 feet of water anymore. The smallmouth bass were, but the walleyes had seemed to just disappear. So, put the electronics to work and found those fish 30 feet from where we were catching them last weekend. They were just in deeper water. They kind of slid off the top of that gravel hump, and they went down the side into about 7 to 9 feet of water. So what we ended up doing was tipping those Venom jigs with a fathead and pitching them out 30, 40, 50 feet from the boat. And make sure that jig hits the bottom before you close your bail so it's not coming back to you. Make sure it's just on a free fall on its own to the bottom. That way you can stay with the bottom and just jig tight to it. So when I let that jig hit the bottom, I snap the bail shut. And what I do is I'll feel for dead weight, because ice fishermen know a lot of times the fish will hit it on the fall. So if you got nothing, what I like to do is I'll take my rod and I'll just kind of pick the tip of the rod up nice and slow, and just kind of pop it right at the end and give it just a nice smooth pop. So it'll come up, 8 to 16 inches, I would say, off the bottom. And sorry about that. We live on a busy street. But as soon as you pop that jig, drop the tip of the rod back down so that jig free falls right into the bottom again. That imitates either a wounded fish or a fish that's jumping down to the bottom to pick up something to eat. Right now the bug hatch is on. Yeah, the bug hatch is huge right now in my neck of the woods. Don't let it discourage you. Fishing's still fantastic. And like I said, the jig bite is on. It's the easiest way to do it. I can't stress it enough. But once that jig hits the bottom, you'll either feel that strike through the tip of your rod, or obviously you'll pick up dead weight. It's just one heck of a way to do it. I bring the kids out fishing, and they jig fish a lot. I like to take full advantage of jig fishing when it's on, usually in the spring and the fall. And it seems to, it's a relaxing way to fish. There's really not much to it. I mean, there's really no science to it. Just bait your hook and make sure it's close to the bottom. But using those Venom jigs, I haven't had any hooks straighten out on me, and that's huge, because we all know that if you're out in the boat and you don't have enough width and you're straightening them out, or paint's coming off and you're going through jigs, every 5-6 fish, it's no fun tying on. So I recommend these Venom jigs because they're super durable. Like I said, I went out last night, fished rocks all night. I didn't tie another jig on. I missed one tiny little chunk of paint, and that was it. So you can check those out at www.venomlures.com, or you can go into your local sporting goods store, and they've got them there. Now, this weekend, looks like we're going to be heading up to Mille Lacs area and possibly Leech Lake. We're going to, either way, put a live video together on some serious fishing, especially if we get out to Mille Lacs. I know Mille Lacs is just an extremely hot bite right now. Same with Leech. So we should have some good action and really good jig bites. But I got a surprise. I went to venomlures.com and I picked up a bunch of blade baits. We use them in the rivers. Well, I'm going to try them in the lakes. They work in the rivers. I don't see why they won't work in the lakes. They've got a willow leaf blade on them, and that just thumps back and forth in the water, and it gives off a lot of vibration. So stay tuned, and we should have a really awesome video for you guys on Saturday. If you guys have any questions on today's video, leave a message or a comment or whatever you want to do, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. But for now, I'm going to go put some docks in and enjoy the weather. Remember, it's going to be like 85 degrees today with very little wind. Hopefully you guys can get out and enjoy some vitamin D and some sun and get some fishing.